Hi, I'm Rob and welcome to Marriott Makes. This video is about the construction of the greenhouse that I carried out a couple of years ago. This greenhouse is an ex-display greenhouse from a local garden centre. Because it was ex-display, I managed to negotiate a significant discount. The added benefit was it was partially constructed when I received it. This was the corner of the garden that I planned to put the greenhouse, and after clearing the trees and bushes that were in place, I marked out where I was going to actually site the base for the greenhouse and then proceeded to start digging and more digging and even more digging. Eventually I had the trenches for the footings dug out and I could proceed to start mixing concrete to fill them. I had a mixer to do this as I was fed up of digging by this point, and I filled the inner ring, which is what the greenhouse will sit upon, as the first foundation, and then the outer foundations were for a retaining wall because the garden sloped away, so I needed something to support it. I set a base of edging pavers to support the greenhouse and give it a flat base, and then constructed a retaining wall on the outer footings. And then, you guessed it, it was back to the digging. I had to dig out between the footings to enable me to put in a base of scalpings. With the scalpings in, I hired a whacker plate and went round and ran the whacker plate all around the base to give me a solid foundation. Next job was laying the patio slabs. The piece of shuttering ply you can see fencing off one portion was to provide me a space to provide drainage out of the greenhouse. The upright post and coiled up flex you can see I'll come on to in a minute. I didn't pick the best weekend to be putting up the metal frame. We had a snowstorm the night before. With the frame built, I could start to first fix out the electrical boxes. I could then glaze the greenhouse and finish off the electrical outlets and the switch for the overhead light. The post, as you'll see, had a tap attached to it. The tap is linked to the water butt that sits outside. So the greenhouse collects rainwater in these gutters. The gutters are linked with this pipework at the back of the greenhouse and flow into a water butt. From the water butt, the water comes out at the bottom, goes through the pipe that I buried through the foundations and comes up to the bottom of the tap that's fitted on the post inside the greenhouse. This gives me a ready supply of water within the greenhouse, which I mainly use for keeping the tomato planters topped up. Back to the build. The last bit was to put up some trellis fencing to act as a screen so the greenhouse was less obvious from the house. As this is on the north side of the greenhouse, it doesn't impact the light that the greenhouse gets. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you're planning on building a greenhouse yourself, the only word of advice would be to watch out for all the digging. If you did enjoy this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.